Hello everybody, Kim Wilson here, and for today's Lunchtime Live I'm going to talk about new ribbon and new paper. If you know me well, you know I love the paper. I'm all about the paper. I even like the paper better than stamps. But anyways, first I'm going to show you the ribbon. I'm working up cutting my shares. So a share is like a little piece of everything, so you can get a little sampler of all the different ribbons or all the different papers to play with. And my shares, I have some paper shares cut, and I'm just about ready to start cutting the ribbon. But I wanted to show you the new In Color ribbon because it's so pretty. So I love it when a ribbon knots into flat, so you can mail easily. And this is the card I showed you a couple days ago with the new Strawberry Slush ribbon. You can see how nice and flat that ribbon is in the card, and I just love that, because I don't like lumps in my card because I don't want to have to pay extra postage or put extra padding in. But if you do, an extra piece of cardstock or a little piece of foam, anything so that your card is not more than a 1/4 inch, and the post office will take it. They just don't like odd lumps sticking up, and sometimes, like if you have a rhinestone or something that's a little sharp on the top, it'll poke right through the envelope. So you definitely want to put a piece of cardstock or something on top of that to protect it. So moving on, ribbons. So here's the 5 In Colors, and the ribbons are just so pretty. And Stampin' Up! Ribbons come 10 yards to a roll for the most part, which is a lot of ribbon. Usually when you get a ribbon in the store, it has a lot less square footage on the rolls. So 10 yards is a good amount of ribbon. So I'll be giving 1 yard increments in my shares. And then here's the pretty gold striped ribbon. Ooh, look at how shiny that is. And then this is the other new one, Shaded Spruce and Soft Seafoam. So it's a 2-sided ribbon. Really soft and pretty. This one's going to be a little more bulky to knot, so I think I will end up using it just straight as like a strip of cardstock. But to have that 2 tones is really nice, I think. So I'll be using that on my projects as well. So those are all 10. Oh, and one more here. I almost missed the basic beige ribbon. And this is a nice basic ribbon because you'll be able to color that with your blends markers, which will be nice. Okay, so the ribbon shares 1 yard of each are $8, so you can contact me. My website's right there with all my information if you want to contact me. And it's also in my newsletter, which went out this morning. So did you get my newsletter? If not, make sure you subscribe. There's a link there in my introduction. But quickly, I'll show you some of the new papers. So my favorite. So first we've got some of the 12 by 12 papers, which I've cut down into 6 by 6. So you'll get 1 sheet of each. I think there's like 50 some papers, over 50 in my shares. So you get a nice selection of papers to play with. So this is the Florals in Bloom. And I guess I should show you them now while they're nice and small pieces, so you can see all the different. And these were all, as always, all hand drawn by Stampin' Up! Artists. And then the backs are usually a more neutral pattern, which goes along nicely with this color scheme that they've got going on in the front here. So that's Florals in Bloom. And next we've got Turtley Cute. Now this is a paper that I probably wouldn't use a lot of, so I'm really happy to have just a little bit of it here to play with. So the turtles are kind of cute. We've got musician ones and outdoor ones and bicyclers and swimmers and all sorts of fun things here. And then a little picnic pattern here in the back, and then birthday. So, and on the back, if you don't like the turtles, you've got some fun patterns on the back. And here's one with music notes on too, if you have any musicians in the family that you want to scrapbook or send a card to. So there's the back side of those. And then we've got Floral Impressions. And if you're in our group, sometimes I post the videos where the artists show how they draw these beautiful designs, and then and that's really fun how they do that. So another fun floral, and it's always nice to have have the sunflowers, or I guess those could be coneflowers, whichever. And then again, some nice patterns on the back for those. Okay, and next, this one's been really popular, celebratory sips. So we've got nice little treats for the summertime, fun little drinks combined with fruit and flowers. So that I've seen a lot of things done with those celebratory sips. Sweet already, and then these patterns you can cut out with the dies to make your own cups full of treats. So even some little ice cubes, and there's some fun techniques I've seen done with this bundle. So I can't wait to try those. And again, some nice patterns for the backgrounds. Okay, and then last in this section is the kintsugi, which is the only specialty 12 by 12 paper that we have this time that's new, and it has these fun embossed crack images, and then the vases that you can cut out with the dies. So really cool and very shiny and fun. And then some beautiful blues and pinks for the backgrounds. All right, and then my share also includes these papers as well. I have a little bonus of some of the specialty papers here, just so you get a chance to look at these. This is the Irresistible Designs paper, and I think there's 3 different designs. One has leaves on it, and then they're just kind of clear embossed on top, so you can take your blending brush or a sponge dauber and any ink color you want, ink color that you want, and make that whatever color you want, and have that really shiny fun design. And then of course foils are always fun to play with as well, so we've got several colors of the foils too. So there's that. And then I threw in also just a few sheets of the in color, the regular Designer Series paper, and this comes in the in colors, the regals, the brights, the subtles, and all of the different color families. So it has, let's see, we're going to have 2 different patterns. So we've got the florals and the leaves on one side, and then the stripes and the splotches on the other side. So really pretty in all the different colors. And then this one was kind of a surprise to us. We didn't know it was coming because it kind of goes along with the scrapbooking products, but it would be fun for cards as well. And that is called Weekend Adventures. So it only has 3 patterns, but it is 12 sheets, like all the other designer papers, and it's a 12 by 12 paper. So we've got this fun checked design, trees, and then outdoor footprints and compasses and fun stuff like that. So great for your summer projects, summer trips, crafting, and then some more neutral patterns in the background. All right, and then this one is absolutely gorgeous. These were all hand-painted portraits or designs that were each done on canvas, and then they photograph them and shrink them up to put into the papers. So this one's called Beautiful Gallery, and it comes as 6 by 6. So you get 12 different patterns, and you can see they're kind of vintagey. So I think there's just a lot of fun things you can do with this one. So love that one. That one looks like my hometown, except when I grew up, there weren't horses around. But anyways, it looks like my hometown 100 years ago. So very beautiful. So those kind of muted colors and that kind of vintage look, that'll be so fun to play with. Trees and leaves and more roses. And then a seaside scene. You could even frame some of these or make a kind of a sampler of different ones for a home decor project. And there's, let's see, roses again. And one last one here, if I can get it. Oh, the pretty house on the seaside on the cliff. So I'm going to flip these over, and you can see again some more kind of basic patterns. to craft with. All right, one last one. It's boho vibes. Kind of a different look, more brighter and kind of fun patterns. So these would be cool for birthday cards, I think, or congratulations cards, graduation, whatever. So, and this also is a 6x6 paper. So, and then more blues and pinks. That must be the color of the year. All right, there's all the papers. So if you want a paper share, let me know. And all the info is on my blog and on my website. And let me know again if you didn't get my newsletter, because I give special tips and things in my newsletter. So let me know if you want to share. And I will be at the crop Saturday, so I will bring some of these along with me. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday weekend. Happy crafting.